whereas your relationship with John seems much more rooted in music.
Absolutely.
Talk about when 10 or 12 years ago, when John quit the band, what was the feeling? What was it like?
You know, it's different because he quit. That was the second time that he quit. And this is a crazy thing to say, but such a relief, man, because he was so unhappy.
I see.
And he's such a huge part of the band, and everything about it was making him unhappy. You know, he's so great at music, and he sees so much at music that he was wanting to just make his vision happen, and he didn't want to have to collaborate and listen to what someone else had to say that would be different than what he was thinking. And so it kind of caused a lot of tension for him and for everybody. And, you know, I can't speak for him, but his yearning to leave and to grow in a different way away from the band was so powerful that when he left, it was like, okay, the right thing is happening, you know? And both times it was like that. But the big difference is the first time he left, we're in Japan, he leaves, and it was so exhausting and stressful and everything. Not just, the band itself, it was really stressful for me at the time. But when he left, it was like, okay, now what are we going to do to keep it going? And, we just, went through a series of events and ended up with Dave and made another record, kept going and stuff. But this time when he left, my thought was, it's over. I didn't think we would keep going because I was like, I'm not going to do it. It doesn't make sense. I don't want to get someone else and go on without him. Like, we've done all this great work. And it also happened, like, before he left, we had a thing. I said, I want 2 years away from the band. I need the time off. Like, I just knew for me to, and that was when I went to school, just like did different creative projects, like just wanted to go and grow in a different way, in my own way. And I didn't think that the band would carry on without him. And time went by, a year and a half maybe. Everyone else wanted the band to keep going. And I remember kind of thinking I just didn't know. I didn't think. And then it just started making sense to do it. Like everything, like my relationship with Anthony, the band itself is a thing. Like I remember like a big thing was people saying to me, like, oh, we do so many fundraisers and things. And like someone said, like, and like started seeing like, God, how valuable the band is, not just for, our personal success or for making people happy because it brings joy to the world, the band's a light, but just like that as a thing, like as an entity that really gives love and goodness to the world, which maybe sometimes I can't see because of all the work that can be really grueling. But like I can see it really clearly, like when someone's saying, oh, will you do my thing to help hungry people? Like, oh shit, we don't have the band going right now, can't do that. And that kind of is being like that where I'm seeing it really clearly, but that element of it is there all the time, even if it's not a fundraiser. And that started becoming clear to me. And then I was just like I was doing some other creative project and it was good. Like we were making music that I liked, and then thinking like, shit, man, I really want to bring this energy to the band and make the Chili Peppers happen. We can do this. And I remember like something clicking in my mind. Like I got really excited about it again. And then, went to Anthony and, he was into it and we did it. We got Josh.
Did you keep up with John during the whole time that he was not in the group?
Yes, both times. And not consistently, because it's, it can be a little awkward stuff, But mostly, like the second time, like, because, we went on without him, and I didn't think that I would. And I told him, too, I'm not going to go on without you. And I felt like, God, I kind of betrayed what I said, But then I decided, when I made the decision to do it, people change their minds. I changed my mind. A lot of our most popular songs were musically initiated by him and created like in large part by a musical idea that he initiated. And here we're going and doing it with someone else. And so I was torn in a lot of ways, in that way. And I guess it wasn't so much that was my first thing, but then it just felt like in a lot of ways like, we're having someone else play his shit all the time, you know what I mean? And like getting together and playing recently with him, we're rehearsing right now to go on tour. And we're, when we play the older songs, it's like, oh shit, now we're doing it for real. We're not doing like the cover version. You know what I mean? And that's an extreme way of saying it. It was never the cover version. But like in that way, it's sort of like, oh, now the real guy is playing the real shit. And it's nothing against Josh, because Josh honored it in a beautiful way. And I'm so grateful for Josh. And I love the stuff that we wrote with Josh, too, and loved Josh. Like, not only was he a great musician, he's a very supportive team member for us. But, yeah, when he left, you know, first a relief, and then as it went on to, like, the initial relief of, like, you know, the tension at the time, but both times and particularly this time as time went by, like, this real, something that had peaked around the time he came back, like this yearning for that effortless connection, that thing we were talking about earlier, you know. Because with Josh, it was like, yes, Josh, a great musician, but it was oftentimes a lot of talking about what to do. Can we try this? Can we try that? Can we do this? You know, hey, you know what I mean? Not wanting to be offensive. Can you try doing it this other way? And him the same way with me. I'm not saying like, oh, he didn't understand. Like, I didn't understand. You know what I mean? Like, he would play something, and I was like, well, what's the right thing for me to do here? And that's just different reference points, different nervous systems, different things that you can't control, and like spirit things that I don't think we understand, or, you know, or that I don't, at least, you know. So, you know, just really wishing for that effortless connection. And as soon as John came back, it's there. Like every time I've come in with something, you know, like something that starts with a bass line, you know, not from a piano. And it's like, John just put the perfect thing from the beginning. Like, boom, done. There it is. They don't have to talk about it. It's just a knowing. It's a gut reaction in your kidneys.
Yeah.